Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Again, my name is Douglas Attila Jamali. I am the Space-Time Navigators Guild Public Information. I'd like to bring forth to you information that you need to know to survive Armageddon and of events that have occurred over the weekend. Alright, so let's start with some really fucked up shit. Let's start out with the replicated matter thereof of the time world and the use thereof of building materials in Manhattan. After 1975, almost all the buildings in Manhattan have replicated steel. The use thereof of, in a sense, duplicating matter in timelines and selling it twice. That means I represent the border in which replicated matter and duplicated matter, right? Where replicated matter ends and duplicated matter begins. With the failure of the United States of America to come to the table and allow me to get to Manhattan so that I could straighten out the timelines, the buildings started to show fatigue thereof of replicated matter and use thereof structural steel starting to disappear. So as the convergence came, the buildings were about ready to fall. Since I wasn't there, that meant that the replicated matter, one of the two pieces, would disappear. 70% of Manhattan may have fallen if I had not gone in there and done effective change of repair in there. So, the United States of America sent a nuclear weapon here at San Francisco to hide the fact that that was about to happen by vaporizing me, and then that would cause a rollback in time and the buildings wouldn't collapse. Timelines were disparate. So when they sent the nuclear weapon here, it vaporized me in its entirety, and all of San Francisco remained as a radioactive wasteland for the next 300 years. Now, when that happened, the planet careened in the aftermath of my vaporization down a hole and into the tarmac of a black hole, vaporizing the planet and turning it to pieces as it went in. That event came before, right? They sent the nuclear weapon. So they crashed into the tarmac and was destroyed, in a sense, before that nuclear weapon was detonated, thereby allowing me, with the after the fact of the planet crashing into a black hole, an opportune there, with my reappearance there, that after being vaporized, and that bomb didn't go off, and with the help of the sun and holding Ra's golden staff of mastery, was able on Saturday night to suppress that H-bomb stuffed in that box there.
Douglas?
Yeah, good morning to you. Good. So when that bomb went off, and I was vaporized, as I said, the first timeline, what once was, that happened, the planet careened into the tarmac. Then, because of the undoing there of their existence before the H-bomb was sent here, caused me to reappear and then do Event Horizon Kung Fu in Chinatown, a commercial in Grant, in which, under the empress of the universe, challenged that the fireman, is to be, went for a double or nothing on coming out of that hole, flying our world out from underneath the event horizon yesterday and out into the heavens at the same time with the kinetic energy there of the impact upon the tarmac. I was able to fly a vast amount of universe mass back up into the heavens that had fallen in the aftermath there that H-bomb vaporizing me, in which my voice, no longer having effective change, caused that to happen. And now, with that effective change, and I holding the captain's chair of the galaxy, and with the suppression thereof the nuclear material to detonate that bomb with the unshielded plutonium reactor out on Polk Street, right? Caused me to be able to fly yesterday the entirety of the vast amount of matter off of the tarmac and back into the heavens, and thereof the convergence, divergence there of the 3-1 timelines of life, in which, as I said, we had the red team, the white team, and Gabriel in the middle, and with just me back in the heavens, with me throwing dual Saturnian-like planets out and over the horizon into the west, into the heavens, duplicating 7.1 Googleplexes of sentient worlds and sending them back into existence. I have a So there you have it, America. The whole universe is here in the aftermath there of your faux pas sending a nuclear weapon at me, and then my ability to drag us out and out from underneath there, and last night sending them back down that hole on a burning planet with antimatter where the world is on fire at 5,000 degrees centigrade, yielding no heat in a stop-time environment. That's where they didn't survive, and from where, out of that Genesis, I have carved out a garden. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, their plan was to detonate that bomb and send us back into the arms of Armageddon and blame me as the head of Al-Qaeda, as a terrorist that destroyed all of New York. Right? And to hide that, an H-bomb was sent here. So I, what? This time around, it didn't vaporize me. So I am asking the unconditional surrender of the world, of the human race, before, as I say, signs the papers. If you do not sign the papers, I shall have to put the cigarette down your eye. So the whole universe is here, and I'm holding you back until you sign the new papers. If you don't come to an armistice and unconditional surrender, you will be denied citizenship to the universe, and more than likely, because of what's going on here in the Empress, denied all material asset for the rest of your existence. And I, the only one in the universe of man, to be able to hold title and own everything here, since everything here was out underneath the tarmac. She sent me down to get it, and it belongs to me. Otherwise, you wouldn't exist right now. So I suggest you get your shit together and get here on the stage, and hopefully, right, I don't have to embarrass myself with your ignorance and stupidity of denying yourself citizenship to the universe. Furthermore, being deemed from that H-bomb attack of the powers of not to be and cooperation thereof, and I holding the one and only dissenting vote among all the emperors of the known universe for your extinction, as well as being the prosecutor for your extinction, have got a unanimous vote across the universe for your extinction. By showing by example, if the human race is allowed to persist beyond today, all life in the universe comes to an end from their existence. I.e., the human race designates where all life in the universe and empress transport fails. Not a good thing. So when I hear them say a non-indigenous, parasitical, cannibalistic life form of the powers of not to be and cooperation thereof, I say, what did you just call me? Since you won't come to the stage, and being deemed as such gives them license to come here and farm you like fish from the sea without an unconditional surrender. They will just come take everything from you, including your body, and that may go off to unwind somewhere in the universe, never to see the light of day again. Why you won't come to the stage, I don't understand, nor does the universe. So I bring this information for you, to you. You give them license to do what they please without an unconditional surrender. falling under that there prime directive, you become just food. Once again, my name is Douglas Attila Jamali. Your unconditional surrender was asked for at noon yesterday and the day before. If you won't come to the table, they will bring you to it in chains. Once again, you are in challenge thereof against me in protection of the tree of life in mortal combat where the whole human race is against me. I play at the planetary level. That means if I get in a fight with just one of you, any one of you, and kick your ass, they get to vaporize your asses and take the planet from you. Under the terms of mortal combat. Since you are in what? Been deemed in cooperation with the powers that not to be. I am the prosecutor, and I'm going to make sure, if I can push it, if you don't come to the table, I will make sure my prosecution, what? Extincts the human race in its entirety for its ignorance and stupidity. Come to the table, or the consequences will be severe. Again, you don't understand when Space-Time Navigators Guild says, surrender unconditionally, comply and message. Well, the whole universe is here, and you sent 200,000 years of life into extinction. Now, 200,000 years later, it's here to say, nevermore. You either come to the table, or they bring you to the table in chains.